our lives, we've been told to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and you'll be set. How's that working out for you? I'm TaVona Denise, physical therapist turned life and business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you create a life you love and a business on your terms. If you want more time, more freedom, more flexibility, I can help you create it. Welcome to Breaking Protocol, the show for women in healthcare who want more. I am fired up because one of my clients did an interview recently, and she was telling me that she's getting all these consults and all these people reaching out to her in the DMs, and literally some of them saying, I want to work with you. And she keeps sending them to her website. So when I asked why, she said she didn't want to talk about the money. And when I asked her why not, it was because she had a thought that her rate was too much for an hour. So I want to talk to you about this because I've seen it happen enough times now that I want to help you nip this in the bud. And to be fair, it makes sense that we would look at money that way, especially if you've ever been in a clock in, clock out situation like I was as a contractor and working at the hospital. And so I remember getting my first job when they told me I was salaried, which meant that I was going to make a grand total of $42,000 for the year. And they told me that my time to work was 8 to 5, not even 9 to 5, but 8 to 5 because they didn't want to pay me for lunch. Okay. But the problem was when the patients came late and I missed the lunch or only had 15 minutes, I didn't get paid for the extra time. And if they were one of the last ones of the day and they were late and I stayed to see them because, of course, that's what I did, I didn't get paid. But it also didn't mean that I got to go early if the last patient of the day canceled, which I thought was kind of jacked up because that was supposed to be the whole benefit of salary, as it was explained to me as a young kid coming out of school, like, oh, we'll pay you this amount of money. And if you need to leave early or you come late or whatever, but no, that's not actually how it worked. So when I found the hourly setup, it kind of messed me up if you think about it, because I was getting paid for the amount of time I spent in the building. So I started spending as much time as I could picking up extra patients so I could get the beloved time and a half. Unfortunately for me, that also caused me to develop a strong tie or association with time and money because it was, I got to work 10 hours because I want to get paid for 10 hours. And if I only worked 9.5, I only got paid for 9.5. And so it really was something that I had to unwind when I started running my business, because I'll just put it this way. I have a friend who makes more than $200,000 a year as a salesperson. But to me, looking from the outside, it looks like he makes his money traveling, going to sports games and dinners, and giving presentations. And I'm like, he doesn't work hard at all. And he doesn't work that much either. But what he does do is he gives a lot of value to the organizations that he works with because very few people can do what he does. So for you, at some point in time, you have to, as an entrepreneur, learn how to untangle the amount of time you work from the value you provide. And it's the same thing with how hard you work or how much effort you put in. You have to learn how to untangle that from the amount of money you make. For example, I have a mentor, Brooke Steele, who made $37 million last year. And when I think about that amount in my mind, it boggles my brain because you cannot work long enough and you cannot work hard enough to make that kind of money. Think about it like this. The maid and the janitor work super hard, but they don't make that much money because it does not have anything to do with working hard. It has to do with adding value. And I'm just now starting to really get this, that there is a point in time where you begin to earn what she says are unjustifiable amounts of money that are not based in how much time you spend or how much effort you put in, but how much value you add to the person or the people or the organization's life. So back to my client. She had dinner with the person who literally asked, how much should I pay you? She got so much value out of the bit of coaching that happened during that dinner. She asked, how much should I pay you? And my client said the dinner was enough. One, because she didn't want to talk about money. And two, because she had a belief that $100 an hour is too much for the amount of time that she spent. Now pause for effect there, because if you are used to making $20 or $30 an hour, or even $50 an hour, as I did before I left the hospital, but you're also used to walking several miles a day and lifting heavy ass patients in order to earn that money, or maybe you have to sit in crazy traffic. No, I live in Atlanta and I'm from the DC area, so stupid traffic. Or you have a long commute. It can be a mind fuck to think, wait, I only walked 30 feet to my computer. I only talked on the phone for an hour and I made how much money? But if you think that way, you'd be missing the point. The value is in what your clients walk away with, that they will have forever. In my client's case, the young lady that she was talking to learned a new skill, a key skill during that dinner that she will be able to take and use towards any goal and with any relationship that she has for the rest of her life. And I just thought about this. I know there are a number of people that are upset about the amount of student loans that they have. And I don't think that universities do a great job of this, but it does make sense to me now that I think about it, why university costs what it does. What you learn in school adds value well beyond the time that you spend in school. What I learned in physical therapy school allowed me to make, if I had to guess, over 20 times what I paid for the education in the 19 years that I practiced. So think about that when you're pricing your services. Can you see the value beyond the session or beyond the conversation or beyond the course? Are you having trouble believing that you deserve it? If you need help shifting your mindset around this, go to TaVonaDenise.com/momentum to book a consultation. It's time you start earning more. Until next time, friend.